Good morning and welcome back to the Flippin' Foxes. I'm Sherry. I am solo today. He is off, but he's trying to get some work done around the house, so I didn't push him to come on the video with me, so you're stuck with me today. I wanted to really thank the reselling community and any of the viewers that may not be resellers. When I posted the video on Sunday night, kind of expressing what I'm going through with the business, it was beyond my expectations as far as how many views I got and comments. And believe me, I really appreciate it. I know that content may not be for some. I got a few dislikes and I'm okay with that. It may not be for everybody. I am new to YouTube, so I'm still learning, the ins and outs of being in front of a camera, and the amount of comments kind of expressing what others are going through and how they view eBay. And I'm not by any means blaming eBay for all of my ups and downs. Some of that is on me, and I totally get that. But knowing that we're all facing not just the eBay struggles within their system, but our economy, the things that are going on in the world today, it sucks. And it's affected every aspect from, gassing up your car to, the food you put on your table. I mean, I can't believe we're out here in the middle of South Dakota, and getting groceries is difficult. Not just the amount we have to drive to get them, but the cost associated with it. And I kind of get why, because we are in the middle of nowhere. It's harder for trucks to get in and out, and especially, and we haven't hit bad weather yet, but we experienced it last year when we got here, and everybody's like, oh, wait till you hit your first winter. Trust me, we got that last year. We got here about a week before Christmas, and I think 2 days in, we hit a blizzard that we were kind of stuck indoors for 2 days straight. And it was rough. Shipments were delayed weeks. You'd go into the grocery store and the shelves were bare. And then when they were restocked, the prices were inflated because of what it's taken them to get the stuff here. So although we all want to be quick to jump on it's eBay's fault, in part, yes, but not entirely. And I just wanted to really say thank you for, telling me or showing me the love that this community can have. I've watched quite a few YouTubers who talk about the reselling community and how great they are. And I'm really, truly finding that. I've been, and I'm kind of going into a little bit here because these are some of the questions that were asked, or people reached out and told me how long they've been reselling. We started reselling, let me see, it was a few months before COVID started. So we didn't jump on the COVID bandwagon, so to speak. We started the December before COVID started. And it's kind of a funny story. We lived in California, so, garage sales and thrift stores were super, easy to get inventory from. And so we were seeing a little bit of traction, and I was on Posh, and I started with eBay auctions because it was still a thing back then, and they're not as great now. But so we saw this could actually work, and we were not empty nesters, but we had sold our business in our hometown, and we had moved to Ventura County to help our son get through his employment. And what was supposed to be a year, we signed a year lease on the house, and then we were going to empty nest it. He would have his job and be, have a secure income, and we didn't have to worry about that. Well, COVID hit and changed all of that, but that's a story for another day. So we decided, I believe it was like the end of January, and I'm wanting to maybe into February. We decided, oh, we're gonna do, the bulk lots. We're gonna do the Amazon return pallets. So my husband got on and he started looking, and we bought a couple in Vegas, and we drove down to Vegas with the truck and loaded it up. I believe our son may have went with. No, that trip we were actually on our own, and we got about halfway back after picking up the items at the facility. We got about halfway back, and the notice came out that they were shutting California down. And it was like, oh crap, what is this gonna do? We had no idea. We actually thought, oh crap, here we just bought all this inventory and now there's no way we're gonna be able to move it. We found that not to be the case, because COVID actually really ramped up our business. So we floated on, COVID's coattails, and we did really well for a little while. So yeah, this is definitely new to me as far as the slowdowns, but I don't want to base everything on, oh, we started selling during COVID, it was great. We did it a little bit before, but yeah, we did definitely see the pickup during COVID. And can you still say that word? I'm sure you I'm sure that they will let me know if not. But so it's been, and I've been watching YouTubers throughout, and I just never really dived into the reselling community until we moved here, and the isolation became a bigger issue. And I thought, I really want to see what more people are doing and follow more YouTubers. And my husband's like, you watch so many of them, why don't you just get on YouTube? And I'm like, no, there's no way. Me in front of a camera? And I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't know what to do. And yes, you're going to hear a lot of ums and ands, and I'll get better. But I was kind of blown away, the amount of views I got on my video. And it may be a fluke one-time thing, but I am grateful that YouTube pushed it out there and I got the response that I did. So with that being said, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching us and following along. And please don't think this is a doom and gloom channel, because it's not. I'm going to have ups and I'm going to have downs, and I want to share them here. So with that being said, I kind of wanted to give you an update and go over just a few sales that we have. I try to, on the days that my husband has to work, I want to get the stuff done the night before so that he can take it with him, since we are operating on one vehicle. So I have a few sales, a few more than normal, and due in part to the markdown sale that I did. If you saw my video yesterday, I do think they're worth it. I really had to change my thinking around that. It was very hard. I was one of those, I promoted listings. I thought, okay, it's the only way eBay is going to put my stuff out there. And I got sick of doing that when I realized, yeah, I'm promoting and I'm still not getting the traction I thought I would. So I've dumped my promotions. I promote at like a 2%, and maybe not on all items. But I ran a 30% off sale. I had a really hard time doing that. And I guess it was that whole mentality, because before I was promoting at 10 to 15%, and then trying to do a 30% off sale, you're looking at 40 to 50% of my item going somewhere other than in my pocket. And I didn't really want to do that. So by pulling all the promoted listings down to a 2%, just to kind of give it a slight bump, and then doing a 30% off, it's actually worked out pretty well. I'll give you the complete numbers in the next few days. I still have about an hour, a little over an hour left on my sale before it ends. But I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the sales we had. And we did have one really big one that made for a great day yesterday. So let's get to that, and let me get my computer on here. So our first sell was these snowman glass mugs. Super cute. I got these at a garage sale. That same one that I did the other day, she had all kinds of Christmas Village houses. And so are these not the cutest? They've got the little snowman. Just little hot chocolate glass mugs. And they are home interiors. I don't know if you remember home interiors back in the 80s. My whole house, I'm a horrible decorator. So I always did the home interior party so that I could just pick it and it would all go together. I'm horrible at matching items, which is funny since we bought a home. I'm planning on eventually redecorating Victorian style because it is a 1901 home. But so these sold for $20.51 plus shipping. And our next sell is this little Hallmark keepsake ornament. And this is, it's not Daffy Duck, it's Ducky Duck, which was the Tiny Toons. And I got, let me grab this. I got a whole lot of these. And quite a few Tiny Toons. That was an auction we drove all the way to Iowa to pick up. Not just these, but when we did this auction, you know, they take 1 to 2 pictures. That's it. They're not required to take much more. They don't go into detail. It was just a picture of the box. Never put on it they were miniatures or anything. And I thought, oh wow, those, you know, they were going for anywhere from $10 to $15 depending on what they were of. And I thought, oh, great, get them home. And they're these little tiny things. They're like for those, you remember the Snoopy Christmas tree, the little one that stands out this tall that has maybe 3 branches? These would be great on them. So I do have a ton left, and I am selling them fairly cheap. As a matter of fact, this, with the 30% off, for a little lower than I wanted it to, but it did sell. It went for $7.62 free shipping, because I have these on free shipping. They weigh nothing, maybe 2 ounces. Our next item is another Lowrider magazine, and I am down to my last 6 or 7 of these, and I'm finding they all go back to California where they came from. Picked these up. The lady was getting a divorce, and she opens, I had seen her ad for these gold magazines, Gold Treasure magazines, which, by the way, did phenomenal. Sold out of those fairly quickly because we had probably over 500 of them. And she goes, do you want some of this other stuff? And she starts pulling this, and tons of Playboys don't sell as well. And a lot of lowriders. And I sat on these thinking they're not going to sell. That was silly on my part because they sell pretty good, and they sell $9 to $10. With a 30% off, we wound up selling this one for $7.38 plus shipping. So, and then our next item. So this was one of my husband's tries. This was during COVID. He bought a lot of airline. It was from one of the airlines, and it's basically like lost and founds. People, you know, when they go through security, take their sunglasses off or leave an iPad or whatever. So we got a whole sunglass lot. And I took, the lenses were scratched on these. I'm not going to show them to you. They've got a really cool design on the side. It's like a lattice work. But they're Pro Design Denmark eyeglass frames. I popped the lenses out since they were scratched and sold them just as the frames. And they sat for quite a while, and I think I may have had them priced too low, but with the 30% off, they went like that for $38.50 plus shipping, so not too bad. Our next item, I listed these yesterday. These are the little California raisins. It's a 3-piece set. They're pretty cool. And I listed them for $10 10, yeah, because this wasn't part of the 30% off because it was a newer listing. I listed them for 10 plus shipping, and they sold almost immediately. And then I thought, crap, I didn't list them high enough. But you know, with these little toy figures, you never know. The prices were all over the place. So, but we did sell those, and I paid nothing for them. They came in a lot of numerous toys. So, and our next item I picked up at a garage sale for, I believe, like $5, and it is a brand new, still in the box, giant bicycle helmet. Really good shape. It's like a gray carbon design, and it's sold for $25 plus shipping. Another one that they bought and they set on until the very last possible minute, and then they finally paid, but at least they paid. Our next item is this, which we also picked up at a garage sale. All-in-one bulb and trim Sylvania lights. They're like recessed lighting for the kitchen, or still in the box, brand new. I think I got them for maybe $5, and they wound up selling for $17, but still brand new in the box. So our large sale yesterday, which put me over the $500 mark, so I was super thrilled. We got this from a blind auction. It was, and but what I mean by that is they had a bunch of stuff on there, but they weren't really, they just took a picture of the whole lot. We couldn't tell what we were getting. And there was 3 of these cases, and my husband's like, those look like tools. And they looked brand new. Like the sill hadn't even been broken on them. And he's like, I'm going to take a chance. And nobody was bidding on them because you couldn't see what it was. Well, don't ask me how we lucked out, but we got these. It is a Leica, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, Geosystems laser multi-line 360 degree laser system. And like I said, sill never broke. And I think when they took the picture, they had it like laying down. We couldn't even see what it was. And so I didn't open them. I just took pictures as is. And they this one wound up selling for $330 plus shipping on an offer. I think with the sale, there's knockoffs out there that are selling for $299, whatever, and these actually are going for well over $500. And I had it listed at $470, I think. And so, but we wound up lowering it, and it wound up selling like that. And I do have a couple more, so it'll be good once these all sell. So that is it for our sales. I'm not going to say goodbye because I may be back with another video at the end of the day with the rest of the sales for today if we get any. So with that, I'm going to cut out. Okay, I just realized after going back through the video that I never came back on to kind of wrap up the video. My husband was off and I wanted to spend those few days with him, so I was trying to do as little as I could with the business and using that as my days off. But I just wanted to, again, thank you all for watching, and I will be getting this video out, and then I've got another one recorded that I'll be showing shortly, probably maybe the next day, so keep an eye out. I kind of touch on cross listings, so if those of you are interested in that, it'll be a good video, I hope. And I just wanted to say thanks again, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and so happy to see new viewers, and I hope you will enjoy our content.